And away we go.
And this is episode 37, part 2.
Dude.
And we wanted to preface this by saying we're going
to talk about
something
laws,
that we have
THC
not
laws.
done as much research on as we would normally like to. So we highly encourage you to look up the specifics, because we know that we're talking from a high level, not the
right
amounts and quantities.
I want to say that about everything that we're talking
well,
about. We're not scholars in these
but
issues.
some of these things we've talked about more than others, and those we're going to hold our ground on a little bit more. That's kind of what I'm saying.
I'll just say what, a disclaimer for everything that you're going to see on any of our episodes. Don't claim to be a scholar. I don't claim to have all my facts right.
I mean, I've got a bachelor's degree in this stuff, but that was 30 years ago. So.
What was your bachelor's?
Sociology.
Oh, okay. Well, and some of the topics we talk about, that doesn't mean we understand fully everything
no,
that
but
we talk about or have
it
all
means
our
I'm
facts
just not
straight.
Joe Blow off the street who knows not.
You have a master's degree too, don't you?
In education.
In education, so you got something to back this shit up. But even people don't have some credentials to back their shit up, talk shit. But you get my point.
Yes.
But I just want to continue with this disclaimer. This goes for everything, that we're not scholars. We do try to keep up and abreast of things, and that take what we're saying, right, and investigate it for yourself using critical thinking skills, and try to divorce yourself from a bunch of propaganda and bullshit.
And if there is something factually that we got wrong, let us know. I mean,
right. And I know I do sometimes.
Yeah, and no, on a higher level, you're probably going to do that anyways. But we've thought about this enough that don't troll us, because
right. And basically, what I'm trying to say too is, like, I think across almost in most cases that our premises, what we're trying to at the high level, what we're trying to say is
fairly spot on.
Not only fairly spot on, but if you're getting the gist of what we're trying to make you understand or help you understand, it's probably there.
Yeah. So now on to the topic. There have been some recent changes, which the biggest positive out of this might be that it helps swing the upcoming election for governor. But that's a separate video, and maybe next week. But the topic is the recent legal changes to marijuana, pot, THC, whatever. Well, technically THC within the state of Texas, which high level. Essentially, we've been one of the holdout states that hasn't really legalized it, and so surrounding states, Colorado, New Mexico, whatever, it's largely legal. But here's the real rub. Up until like 2 weeks ago, it was still mostly a misdemeanor that mostly people turn a blind eye to. That
somewhat decriminalized.
They're somewhat decriminalized.
Especially in Austin. You smell it everywhere.
Right.
You couldn't walk down the street without
a lot of times not the good stuff.
I smell it.
Yeah.
No, it's potent these days, man. You can smell it in the street from somebody on their balcony.
Right. So the change legally is Abbott and Company decided to make it a felony.
Yeah. Oh, now, at some level.
At some level, based on certain percentage and whatnot, and that's where we know that we don't know. So that if somebody wants to pipe up and do a video explaining that would be awesome. We'll promote that video.
One thing I do know, a very small amount, that would probably be like a joint or something, from my understanding, would be a very small amount, right? Now, I used to smoke back in the day, but I can't remember what the grams were. That very small amount, though, how many grams I forgot, can land you in jail. You have like enough to get high.
And not just like jail for the night, like 2 years in jail.
Maybe like it wasn't that much for like a joint's worth, but it's insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
And there are two crazy parts. One is the craziness already of, hey, 2 hours across, or less than an hour across state lines, this is completely legal. So how is it a crime in Texas to begin with? And the second is, well, it was only a misdemeanor before. Now, why the hell is it a felony all of a sudden?
Right. So we have some thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I do. Do you want me to?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So my thoughts are this. This is the liquor lobby. This is the prison system, and this is about voting. So sales of alcohol have dropped dramatically, not just in Texas,
but across the
country. And I think there was an episode a year and a half ago. I said, kids these days are not drinking as much. Are they drinking still? Yeah, of course. Adults are quitting in
Right.
massive amounts. Adults are quitting because they're aging out of it and it's just fucking their lives up. Kids are not drinking. Alcohol sales are declining, right? Especially COVID's over for many years now. So a lot of people who are alcoholics because of COVID are now fucking like, I gotta get my shit together. So a lot of people are fucking stopping, man. I fucking stopped. But shit, so you have this thing going on, right? Now the liquor industry was like, man, how can we get people back to drinking again? Well, we got to make marijuana illegal because what do you do when you smoke marijuana? You drink less. You drink far less, man. You just sit around and fucking watch TV and do nothing, right? You don't end up in jail either. So here's the two whammers. You don't get a DUI. You don't get in a fight. You don't do stupid shit to land you in jail. And now the little bit of weed that'll get you high is going to get you in jail. So now you have more people in the prison. You got more people buying alcohol, and now they can't vote. Because now you got a fucking felony and you can't fucking vote. So they get like a triple whammy here. The alcohol industry gets their fucking money. The prison industrial system gets their money, right? These guys can't fucking vote. You know? And everybody wins if you're a fucking social.
You know, the sad part is, part of me almost said, oh, that sounds too cynical. And the other part of me is thinking, somewhere we can probably find video of one of these guys who helped influence that decision saying exactly that.
Yes.
Probably. I'm not saying 100% I haven't heard it, but I would be more surprised not to come across that video.
Look, there is no logical explanation for this. To have 5 years back, 10 years, whatever it was, decriminalize this shit almost. To that extent.
Yeah.
Misdemeanor charges and nobody fucking applied them. To calling it a felony unless there's some sinister fucking shit going on behind that. This is not about policing once again. This is not about safety to the community. This is all about money and control and power. It has nothing to do with anything remotely close to public health or concern. Because marijuana is far less dangerous than alcohol. If they were really concerned about it, they would criminalize alcohol. If you really want to look at it. If you're like, oh, well, if we're going to criminalize things so people are more healthy and safer.
Or just hold people more accountable to the existing alcohol rules that exist.
Or strengthen those laws.
Yeah.
DUI, you're in jail for 2 years, period.
Right.
You want to end DUIs? You're in jail. Now you're a felon, you can't vote. You get my point.
Yeah.
It's... Once again, and this is all about it's the allocation, it's the unequal balance of law that there always seems to, on one hand it's okay and on another it's not. When none of it is based in facts or reality. Because if this was a public health concern, alcohol would be getting criminalized at that extent, not weed. So there's something else behind it.
Oh, yeah.
You look up the statistics. Who's dying from weed? Are there certain cases where sometimes it might cause psychosis briefly or even long term? Yeah. Is it detrimental to your health over long periods of time, especially if you're chronic use? Yes, there is. There's evidence based.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's healthy for you or
is it
something we're going to encourage you to go out and do.
Can it be used therapeutically? And this is a therapeutic thing that people are self-medicating with that is far more safe than alcohol? Yes.
Also true, yeah.
Also true. Far, 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 far safer. Is there cancer patients who benefit from this? Yes. Are there people who with mental health disorders that benefit from marijuana? Yes. Are there mental health disorders that it actually makes it worse? Yes. These are all things you have to think about. But when you're talking about equal application of justice and law, and you allow alcohol to influence the lobby of criminalizing something to their benefit when they actually have far more damage. I forgot how many deaths a year are alcohol related. I mean, DUI, car crashes alone account for tens of thousands, right? I think that alone. I mean, we're not talking about fights and cirrhosis and breaking up marriages and all the other and missing work and all the damage alcohol does. It's got to be in the billions.
Oh, I did just think of one other thing, and this might feel like reaching, and maybe it is reaching, but at least here in the state of Texas, and I guess Kentucky would also apply. It's not just alcohol sales in general that are down, it's specific brands that are native to Texas, and that particular problem stems back to the tariffs.
Wow. Because the prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you can't smoke
Well,
weed, you're going to spend more. Look, if you got that money you would have spent on weed, you're going to spend it on alcohol.
The tariffs, and specifically, I'm thinking Canada that made a huge point of boycotting various alcohol brands from the U.S. because of all the BS going back and forth.
You know, here's the thing. Their idea of who smokes marijuana and who doesn't, right? Who do they not want to vote?
Younger people.
And the blue-haired people, and the hippies, and the people who are going to vote progressive. How can we get the progressives not to vote?
No,
throw them in jail.
The funny thing is that in reality, there are plenty of right-wing leaning
That's
people
what they don't.
but they don't
know
get that.
This
they
is
don't
how
think
stupid
that way.
they are. They're this stupid. They're this fucking stupid. And this goes back to what Al said at the beginning that we won't get into depths about. But it's going to backfire on them because these libertarians of Texas, I don't care how far radical fucking Christian lunatics. You take away their right to like something that affects them. They don't care if it affects that other guy. Oh yeah, that's going to put that guy in jail. That's going to make that guy break up his family, and now he's got to sit there while his wife is in Guatemala or something. They don't care because it doesn't affect them, right?
This is going to affect
them. Because, like I said, these people have no fucking compassion, empathy, and lack self-awareness. But now the awareness is right in their face because now they can't get high. So this is going to backfire on them. It's going to backfire on them. They went too far. These right-leaning libertarians are not going to like this.
Or their parents who were smoking to deal with
mental health,
or cancer.
Or they're smoking to deal with their own mental
Yeah.
health. Living under this capitalist patriarchy and shit that's damaging to them too. You know.
Anyways, if you've got the details on the details, then drop them in the comments and let us know your thoughts in general. So
yeah, we're not sure. We were trying to look it up, but it's all kind of muddy. I don't know the fucking deal with this shit, but I just know it's horseshit. I don't smoke weed anymore. I never really, in high school I did, and on occasion I used to, when I was drinking. But if I just blasted up a blunt or something because of my nervous system, it just made my heart pound, and I got fucking, it felt shitty. I had a panic attack and shit. I'm not alone in that.
And I don't personally, but like the support group from my mental health issues, a lot of them do, and they use it either instead of or in conjunction with other things. And
right,
I don't see it as a problem. And I'm not saying that I ever did, but a lot less than I ever did. Let's
put it this way: it's not anything that needed legislation.
Right.
Once again, this is these guys trying to take power and control, take away your power and control, take away your freedom. And that's all these fucking guys do.
Going back to the mythology of the 80s and where it was, the DARE campaigns and just say no. The messaging there around pot was, well, no, it might not be that bad, but it's a gateway drug. You do that, and then the next thing you know, you're hooked on heroin. And it's like, no, I don't know. I don't know anybody hooked on heroin because they started smoking pot. In fact, I don't even know anybody who's tried heroin. Like, what the fuck?
Look, there might have been some good intentioned people who got duped into this DARE shit and everything else. Some of these leaders and religious leaders or whatever else. But at the core, that was all about control, power, wanting people who were progressive and on the left put in prisons and break down democracy. It had nothing to do, like I said, it's an unequal application of justice because justice was never the motive here.
Right.
It's never has been the motive here with anything that these people do. So this is, like I said, and then I'll wrap this up. This is about power, control, about taking away your rights and your freedom so that they can have ultimate control over you.